Welcome to the short presentation of the LogiStor Tire Storage Management System. What you see in front of you is the main screen of the system, and you'll see there are approximately six buttons on top of the screen, each of course having their own specific functions, and the key function is client arrival. We'll review some of the others a bit later on. So basically running at each terminal you will have this IntelliSearch window, which is waiting for a client or a request to be made by a client to arrive. You may have a name like Smith, perhaps, S-M-I-T-H. Is it a name, phone number, whatever it is, happens to be a name here, and you'll see all the names with Smith, etc. comes out. You might choose one specific one here. Here's Carolyn Smith. So you choose a specific client, and the client's name will pop up with the vehicle that they have. In this case, Carolyn Smith has a CRV 99. We can actually go look for a few others just to give you an idea how the vehicles are listed. Some have multiple vehicles. You can have up to, I don't know, 15, 20, 30. There's no limit as to how many vehicles you can have. Well, here's a lady, Margaret Guthrie, for example, just to give you an example. She has a ticket number. You'll see the ticket number in the lower part of the screen. Under ticket, brand, location tells you where the tires are stored, etc. And you can have more information depending on how much you actually enter for each of the clients. So let's say we want to change tires for this person. So we select this vehicle. It happens to only be one. Otherwise, you select whatever one you like. You take this vehicle, and this vehicle will pop up with details about how many wheels and rims and the size of the tires, if you like. Some clients enter the size of the tire, the brand, etc. And so you pull up this vehicle, and yes, what do you want to do? What do you want to do basically? So you go to Action, and this pulls up a screen that basically you're going to get the tires from somewhere that you're going to mount on the vehicle. You're going to do something with them. What are you going to do, and where are you going to place the tires that you removed? So let's say in this case you have a bunch of options. You get it from the warehouse for immediate installation, or you have a client appointment, which means they're coming another time. You don't have to rush and find these tires right away, etc., etc. So or you can, a client is, you're going to get the tires from the warehouse, and the client's going to pick them up because he's moving out of town or whatever. But let's say it's a standard transaction. So you're going to get the tires from the warehouse, you're going to change the tires, and you're going to place the removed tires in the warehouse. So it asks you, are you sure this is what you want to do? And basically that's about it. And it's you'll see in the upper right hand top, it's a simulated printing of the ticket. So it's printing all the tickets. There are 5 or 6 tickets, and I will show you what those are in just a second after it finishes printing these 6 tickets basically. We'll wait a few seconds, and that's it. And we're going to do a pause. So the system goes ahead and prints 6 tickets. Here it happens to be the pen, like I say, you can put your name and a company on the top line beside the 73241. The 73241 is the barcode, which is shown on each of the tickets. Basically, it's a label 4 inches by 2. This happens to be for the Honda Civic, not exactly the one we did, but there's just a sample printout, and there are 4 of those. It's one for each tire. There's a 5th ticket, or label, you might say, which is a place for the mechanic to enter details about the type of about if he had an issue with the tires, or if they're scratched, or the wheels scratched, or whatever. You can put the brand of the tire, the size, etc., and that goes back to the front office where this data is entered into the specific client's record. And the 6th of the 6 tickets is the installation. When do you need it? Do you need it? In this case, you need to have it installed immediately. So that's a ticket that comes up that goes to the person who will get the tires. Could be a mechanic, it could be a runner that you have in the storage facility. And so this will tell them 0401 0412. This will tell them exactly where to find the tires. So so the mechanic in the back will go to the storage facility and find the tires in this location. It saves an immense amount of time. It's kind of amazing, actually. And each area in the warehouse is tagged with a larger barcode label, which has the location. It could be, for example, you'll see an 0101. It could be site number 1, floor number 1, row number 16, and pile number 9, or section, depending. It could be depending on how they stack. They stack the tires. It could be on a rack. It could be stacked flat. But this is a unique identification system that we come up with in order to identify each specific location, so you can pinpoint the location of the sets of tires. This happens to be a 4x6 label. In some cases, you might have racks that only have a 2-inch high beam, so we use smaller labels, but still can be read at quite a distance. So we use our scanners to do that. Part of the whole process is preparing the warehouse with this kind of information, which we work with the clients like yourself in order to do that. This is an example of a small location, a room where the tires are stored flat. And you can see this is location number 06. This client has many rooms. This is location 06, and floor number 1. Actually, there are 2 floors in this section, and maybe you can store like 1,000 tires in this area. Although it's not that big, they stack them about 10 high. But each specific column and every location is also, if we go down, look down these pages a little bit, you'll see we can program containers, racks in a warehouse, and so we go through this whole system of identifying your warehouse or warehouses, depending on where we're at. Here's an image where it shows how tires are stacked. There's a mezzanine below, or there's a mezzanine above, and there's a storage facility below as well. And you'll notice that the labels are different colors. In this case, it's we have orange. There's pink. Actually, we use those for different seasons. There might be for winter, some for winter, some for summer, whatever, and so you can use, you can change that around at any time. You'll also notice that in this case, on the ceiling is in this case where the labels are placed, so that the person standing on the mezzanine can scan the location label and then scan the barcode of the tires. Just back to the screen, which is usually on the screen whole day as you're waiting for clients to arrive, decisions to be made. If you you can enter, just an example, if you enter like 506 for could be a phone number, a plate, so it'll find all the clients that have that information. And you can again select the tickets, go to the next, find other vehicles that may have or clients that have more vehicles, and do the same process. So you could find that either by plate, by driver, ticket number, whatever. Clients don't usually have their tickets when they show up, so you're going to need something like this to find them. So that's basically it. Data comes from a scanner, and I'll go through the scanner situation in a few minutes. Just give you an idea about some of the reports are like. We close this, exit this, go into reports. Say tickets processed. We'll give you an idea of what was processed given in a certain period of time. So let's say in this case we'll take that's today, I imagine. There we go. From today, and we'll show you that in fact what we did, we processed the vehicle, and this is the new ticket number for Margaret Guthrie. Now you'll notice in this case here there is no location. In the upper right hand corner, not sure if you can see the cursor, in the upper right hand corner there's nothing for location because the 4 tires weren't put away yet. These happen to be tires only and no rims that you'll see, but these tires were not put away yet, so it's waiting to be processed. So you can have a whole list of those until they're actually stored in a warehouse and scanned. Other reports, for example, here, this will show you a list of all the tickets that are not scanned. So these are tires that are in a holding area or whatever, waiting to be put away, and once they're put away, they won't appear on this list any longer. They'll be and they'll all have location numbers beside them. So you have this different information about the about each of the tires, so you can say, hey, at the end of the day, what happened? Where are the tires? Why aren't they put away, etc., etc. These are tickets scanned today, and in this case, we didn't scan any today. So there's nothing in the list. This is a date if you wanted to know about the clients, if the last date they were here, maybe in between 13 and 14, these clients, the last time they came here was in that date range. So you can get and you can get a list of all the clients that haven't been here in a year, and you may want to get in touch with them because they still, in this case, have tires in storage, and maybe you look on the right hand side, you'll see that they may have tires in storage. These are locations where they are, and like, why aren't these clients here? Did they move out of town, etc., etc. So you have a chance to follow up for that. Like I say, it's a quick review. Here's, if you wanted a list, you don't trust the situation and you want to keep a hard copy of everything, you can get a list of all the tires that are in storage, and this is available. We don't print the reports directly, we put them on a screen. And then if you decide that yes, is the report you want, then you can go ahead and actually you can print the report on the top over here, and you can actually print it. In this case, there's probably quite a few pages here, but it'll give you all the details, the name, the person, the contact number, and all that. So you can get in touch with them to ask them to come in or whatever. You have them. At least you'll have a hard copy if you're really concerned. They used to do hard copies often, but it would come to 400 or 500 pages. That was something that the activity they stopped. Here you can get a list of vehicles that each client has if you want an individual list, and you can check that out too if that's important. You wanted to find out what else. How many tires are in storage at this moment? So you'd have, in this case, 10,910 or whatever, and 3,800 rims in storage, so that you can always have an cancel. You can always have you would have an inventory of how many tires and rims you have at any given point in time. That's basically it. There are all kinds of other reports that can be developed depending on really what your specific needs are. In some cases, you may want to store at another location, so you might want a report that will be generated and sent to the other locations so they can pick and store stuff for you. I'll review, this is where information, you get the scan, data is loaded from the scanner to these locations. Here's where the data that's on the scanner will be absorbed into the main system, and I'll show you where how that information happens and from what kind of equipment. This is the equipment that's used for the whole process. Of course, you'll have a laptop or a computer on the right hand upper side over here. You'll have a scanner which actually captures data. Like I say, you'll have the PC or laptop, and you'll have a barcode printer. We use industrial type barcode printers, and they seem to last almost forever, for a long time anyway. And here's just an example of where labels are placed on either on a beam. In this case, it's that kind of storage facility to have, or placed on a ceiling, etc., etc. But so the three basic parts of the equipment are one or two or more scanners, a CPU, a PC, or a network, etc. We have one client that has I think 7 or 8 units connected to the server, all using the same data, and a printer. I'll now give you a demo of the actual scanner itself. You've seen the external image. Here's the actual screen from the scanner, so we'll just blow it up a little, and we have a screen to enter your security information. Happens to be one over here, and so there are several selections. One is a quick put away, very easy, hardly any data on a screen. So if you had to put something away, you go into quick put away. You would scan in the ticket. In this case, I'm going to key it in. Let's see, 91807. Normally you just scan it in, and you put it there, and you scan in the location. And this way it's 0201 0809, and saving the data. That's it. So now that is put away, and that's it. You just keep going through, and you scan the ticket, scan the location, and you go through your all the tires that you have to put away for the day, and that's the way it works. So we go back to the main screen now. If you want to put away maybe with a bit more detail, so you want to say when you put it away what tires they are, etc., etc. So you would enter another ticket, which put one in here, 92297. You put away that ticket. When you pull it up, it tells you, give you a description of so if you wanted more information, you can use this option, and we'll put it again also in 0201 0809, which is we'll say site number 2, floor number 1, row number 8, section number 9. However, but it's all pre-arranged. So you just hit enter on there, so it saves the data. So now this is all stored in the scanner. Hit enter to return to your other screen, and of course the labels that you're scanning are the ones that are pre-done. If you wanted to view a ticket at any point in time, we'll say I think we'll say 9120 21200. You're just going through the warehouse. You want to see what it is, you can just go through and scan and make sure that you have the right information for each of the tires. It's not a data entry screen here. Let's say if you wanted a list by location, I think we just so let's put a location 0201 0809. So if you're in front of a row or a shelf, etc., you wanted to see what was in section in that particular section, then you would get all the information. It's searching the database, and it'll tell you all the tires, etc. It's the summer tires, all season tires, etc. And so it'll tell you what's in any given area of the warehouse. So what happens, this particular scanner is not connected right now. What happens usually in the morning or sometime during the day, you would download all the information we got from the tires onto the scanner. So you can be anywhere in the warehouse, you can work on it, you'll have all that information. Could be in here, no matter where it is, it doesn't matter. And then when you get in range, so when you get in range of a Wi-Fi, then you do the download. At the end of the day, or whenever you'd want, whenever you get in range of Wi-Fi again, you just do upload and update the information to the server, and that information is captured on the with the main PC software.